More fucking gay shit. This email is titled 2017. More conspiracies. And just look at the header up here. Well, I guess it's not the header. It says, attachments, Israel possible visits, ideas for August. But up top, I thought you might be interested in what is happening in Israel since you like cutting edge stuff. You can already tell it's going to be fucking gay. My keyword search is behavior modification on this. Professor Michael Schwartz, reversing the symptoms of Alzheimer's and neurodegeneration. And that's exactly how all of this technology is introduced to the masses. It's for your safety. It's going to help you. These advancements are going to make you live forever. It's non-invasive. It's no-touch surgery. You don't have to worry about anything. Just shut the fuck up and don't ask any questions about how we gave you a full frontal lobotomy over the last 25 years when you were asleep. Okay? It's for your safety. It's for national security. And if you ask questions, you're going to get blacklisted, blackballed. You're never going to have a job again. All your social media is going to get taken down. We're going to harass you. And in some cases, we might anhesh you. Professor Michael Schwartz was who discovered the link between immune system and the brain. Yeah, and guys, that's why it's so important between, our guts, what goes into our bellies, because our bellies are connected to our brains, right? And they poisoned everything, so let's all wake up. Who discovered the link between the immune system and the brain, aims to slow, stop, even reverse the progress of diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ALS, and multiple sclerosis. Best way to do that is stop poisoning the fucking food and eat good food. Her many breakthroughs include, maybe it's Michelle McCall? I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Breakthroughs include an immune system-based therapy that, when given to mice with Alzheimer's, eliminated the brain plaques associated with the disease, and together with Professor Ido Amit, she recently developed an antibody that helps restore cognitive abilities and brain cells in mice, thus actually reversing some of the effects of aging, right? This is 2017, guys. The two scientists are now developing this research into a vaccine, among other things, to slow the brain's aging process. Okay, and as we know, they've been cloud seeding since 2023. Look it up. With mRNA, graphene oxide, self-assembling, smart test nanotechnology. Sobel Lab. Professor Noam Sobel investigates the many complexities of the human olfactory system, the faulty function of which can be an early sign of neurological and cognitive deteriorations. For example, a well-known symptom of Alzheimer's is mistaking the smell of chocolate for that of oranges. Based on this knowledge, he has designed olfactometers, devices that generate odors that are capable of providing early diagnosis of Alzheimer's. Siegel Lab. The Siegel Lab is a multidisciplinary lab of computational biologists and scientists focusing on microbiome, nutrition, genetics, and gene regulation in health and disease. They aim to develop personalized nutrition and personalized medicine using machine learning, computational biology, probabilistic modeling, and analysis of heterogeneous genomic and clinical data. And guys, this is exactly it. It sounds so good, right? It sounds so good for people. But in some applications, right, you could use a tool any which way. But when you're mass dosing everyone and running experiments, like, how do you think they've gotten to all these advances? It's through non-consensual experimentation. Okay, and they don't If anyone thinks that the powers that be have the best interests of the people in mind and this is all for your health, I would suggest digging a little bit deeper. Iran Segal is a computational biologist. Siegel has shown that there is no one-size-fits-all diet and that the very same foods can be good for some and bad for others. Personally, I eat a lot of cookies. I don't think that's the best approach, but I like cookies. Using continuous glucose monitoring and food journals, he has shown that the glucose spike after the same foods differ significantly between people. This means that personalized food plans can help fight diabetes, possibly with much less effort than usual diets. Later, he used blood DNA testing, feces analysis, gut bacteria, along with neural networks learning to be able to predict what diet will be optimal for each person in terms of postprandial glucose reaction. And you'll recall that the feds and everybody else sifted through everyone's feces and DNA to collect samples for this type of experimentation. The same FBI that's been covering up pedophiles for decades. Fucking unreal. 20 plus life science companies. Imaging AI Zebra. Zebra predicts that as the global population ages and more people enter the middle class, demand for medical imaging diagnosis will outstrip the supply of radiologists. Using machine learning, Zebra has created an algorithm that it says can help meet the excess demand and improve diagnostic accuracy. The first application of the technology is for detecting breast cancer and mammograms. In the future, Zebra intends to teach its algorithms to diagnose other diseases as well. The medical diagnostics technology has attracted a wide range of investors, from Mark Benoit, the billionaire Salesforce founder, to healthcare-focused venture capital funds. Salesforce, way back when I was in IT staffing, and they're still a relevant company today. They might even still be the standard. Salesforce had the CRM tool that everybody liked, and big data was the thing back then. And we can clearly see the direction that they've gone in. And I'm sure there have been major, advancements in terms of things that could potentially help people health-wise, right? But who is controlling the spend? Why don't we know where the money's going, and why aren't they being transparent about the capabilities that they have today? Why lie? Why hide? Right? Questions are good. It's good to ask questions when you're being fucking rounded up and experimented on. Crazy Good Movement Center. Continuous Biometrics is gaining traction in the medical arena for its single sensor platform that detects nanoscale movements in fully dressed people at any angle, enabling non-contact measurement of heartbeat, blood pressure, breathing pace, glucose level, oxygen saturation, and blood alcohol levels. Organized stalking is real. Gang stalking is real. Electromagnetic frequency weapons are real. Targeting people remotely with these frequency weapons is sadistic and real. It's been going on. We've been trying to tell you. Newborn intensive care units, sleep labs, and telemedicine providers are among those interested in the platform. The first products from this Tel Aviv company are going to market by the second half of 2017. Detects nanoscale movements. Self-assembling nanoparticulates, smart dust. They're definitely not tracking you everywhere you go, right? But they definitely need your cell phone to track you. Don't worry about the nano. It's not in your body. Pain monitoring device. MetaSense is soon to receive the CE mark. I feel like I should know that acronym. The CE mark to begin sales in Europe union countries of its novel nociception level, a continuous non-invasive pain monitoring device. Non-invasive. Seems like a marketing word. Null is the first clinically accepted tool to objectively monitor changes in pain level, even when patients cannot describe their pain because they are sedated, demented, or too young to talk. Personalized microbiome. Day 2 is a personalized nutrition service based on individual gut microbiome and the way their body processes food. See, all this stuff sounds really, really good, guys. But it's not. And they're all pedophiles. Microbiome. Remember, we are reading through the Epstein emails right now, by the way, okay? And this is fucking cutting edge at the time, 2017. Shit that's going on. Bunch of pedophiles. Fucking world-renowned scientists, you know, Nobel laureates, and everyone else who's fucking considered a genius, right? Microbiome-based therapeutics. Biome X discovers and develops innovative microbiome-based therapeutics to prevent and treat cancer, IBD, and skin disorders that stem from microbiome dysbiosis. Sure. The company's microbiome modulation platform uses cutting-edge science, research, and licensed technology created by its founders, Professor Rodham Surek, and who gives a shit? Hey, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Fuck Massachusetts. Immune Drug Discovery, WAI, Cytoreason is using its machine learning model of the immune system to discover complex patterns in biological data. Founded in 2016 by bioinformatics and digital health experts, their vision is to use the most recent accomplishments in computer science to combine immunology domain expertise with state-of-the-art artificial intelligence technology to accelerate breakthroughs that are hidden in the massive amounts of data. Yeah. AI peptide discovery, Pepticom, was founded in 2011 to revolutionize the discovery of novel peptide drug candidates. Pepticom's key assets is an exceptional artificial intelligence platform aimed at designing peptide ligands based upon solved crystal structures. Pepticom operates in various disciplines, generates innovative binding peptides for diverse targets. The main projects involve developing agonists and antagonists for immunology and metabolic disorders. They probably got a lot of data from those acid experiments. Chronic inflammation biomarker. Improtea's mission is to optimize personalized treatments of patients suffering from pathologies characterized by chronic inflammation. Improtea is developing a simple, rapid, reliable, and non-invasive blood test for the evaluation of individuals' immune system status and inflammatory conditions based on novel biomarkers which sense the patient's immune system function. So, just thinking out loud here. All this stuff is no touch remote. Or a lot of it is. So, let's just say hypothetically, because they've already dumped all the nanos in everyone, they can see it, they can track it. And only they have the equipment, the machine equipment, to scan the bodies of the people to determine whether or not they're sick. But they've already injected us with all the fucking shit. So if you have nanoparticulates that are coming up on their, radar as, domestic terrorist threats, right? Because you said something online, well, now you're a disease and you gotta go. Just thinking out loud what the possibilities are. I'm sure they'd never do anything like that. Not these people. Alzheimer immune biomarker NeuroQuest has developed a unique blood-based diagnostic test for Alzheimer's based on the specific response of the immune system. The test is based on the highly acclaimed research work of Professor I don't know if it's Michael Michal Schwartz, chair of neuroimmunology at the Weizmann Institute, whose research group has pioneered work in the field of neuroimmunology for more than a decade. Bunch of fucking pedos. Still reading off the Epstein files. 4 of 9. Oh my gosh. Are we going to get through this? How long have we been going for? 15 minutes? This is going to take me forever. You guys should check out and do your own research. Epigenetic liquid diagnostics. Nucleics. Uses epigenetics for cancer detection and liquid biopsy. Bladder EpiCheck is Nucleic's first product that includes a panel of 15 DNA, methylation biomarkers for detection of bladder cancer. Novel diagnostics main product is ImmunoExpert, a novel assay that accurately distinguishes between bacterial and viral infections based on the patient immune response to different infection types. ImmunoExpert provides physicians with rapid and actionable clinical information to help guide antibiotic treatment decisions. So, at the beginning of my targeting, right, the first couple years, I had some allergic reactions to shit. Like my whole body broke out in hives a couple times and I was vomiting. So it was pretty scary. Like throat issues with swallowing, like seemed to be a reaction around the time and then kind of intensified, when I was having these reactions. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But that's certainly one of the capabilities that they can induce symptoms and stuff like that. And I don't know. Could just say it was something I ate, but I had those violent reactions kind of around the same time within a year or two period, and never before and never since. I've had like a more mild reaction, I would say, where I felt like my body was about to break out, but it didn't. So I don't know, who knows. Nanoscale viral traps, VCOI technology will fundamentally change the treatment of viral infections by administering novel nanoscale virus traps that capture and destroy viruses. All sounds so good. Cutting edge technology. Mobile diagnostics. Mobile ODT is creating the next generation of small medical devices. Mobile ODT turns mobile technologies into intelligent visual diagnostic tools that enable any health provider around the world to conduct visual inspections at the level of an expert practitioner. What, through the phones? Just says visual diagnostics tools. Turns mobile technologies. Okay. It's your virtual reality. Their first product is an FDA-cleared internet-connected mobile colposcope. The EVA Enhanced Visual Assessment System has been validated in some of the world's harshest environments and has received accolades from clinicians in the world's leading hospitals. Maybe I'm misreading the tech. Cognitive tracking. helps bridge the gap between safety and independence while maximizing care and quality of life for more than 150 million older adults living with mild cognitive impairment, Alzheimer's, and other types of dementia. Mind you, it's pretty clever, is an artificial intelligence-based platform designed to aid therapists and care providers in tracking and treating cognitive decline among the growing senior population. Maybe if they stopped dumping the fucking metals 24/7, we'd have less cognitive decline. Just a thought. I know it messes with your technology, but we the people would appreciate it if you'd stop dumping the fucking metals. Medical imaging. RealView Imaging employs its proprietary digital light shaping technology to create a unique hyper-realistic experience for visualization of medical images, empowering clinicians with intuitive comprehension of complex 3D structures. The Holoscope. The Holocaust product line provides full-color, high-resolution, dynamic, and interactive 3D images in free space from any medical 3D volumetric data. The Holoscope is the world's first medical holographic system that provides image intimacy capabilities for direct and precise interaction with and within the holographic images. Because the Holocaust is fake. There's really it's just hollow. Hollow? Technology's hollow. Medical imaging, aspect imaging, designs and develops compact MR imaging and the Holocaust is fake. MR imaging and NMR systems for preclinical, medical, and advanced industrial applications. Aspect imaging's breakthrough technology, compact, high-performance permanent magnets, offers unique and comprehensive solutions to the primary obstacles that exist in the current MRI market. Computer vision blood diagnostics. Slight diagnostics. Combining AI, breakthrough hardware, to bring lab quality CBC results to doctor's office. Turns injectables into oral meds. Oh, so they're just, I'm so slow. I'm so slow. The parentheses, they're giving like a description of what the company's product is doing. I'm slow. We're on page 5. I'm getting there. Has developed an innovative technology, Oramed Pharmaceuticals has developed an innovative technology to transform injectable treatments into oral therapies. Oramed's flagship product, an oral insulin capsule, has the potential to better the lives of millions of diabetics around the world, allowing, amongst other things, type 2 patients to begin insulin therapy earlier without fear of needles. Oramed's oral insulin is currently in advanced clinical trials under the US FDA for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So, this is 2017. Where's this company now? What are they doing? Is this all been released? Did everything go forward? And probably good to check on all these companies. Cute tech for gastric yuck. It's cute tech. Intech Pharma is a drug development company applying its innovative property gastric retention technology to develop improved formulations of drugs. The accordion pill, a novel gastro-retentive delivery system, significantly improves the pharmacokinetics of drugs with either narrow absorption window or poorly soluble drugs that belong to biopharmaceutics classification systems, BCS, Class 2 and Class 5? No, 4? Innovative proprietary gastric. Okay, so more drugs for the gut, I guess. Personalized diagnostics, maybe Alzheimer's. Rosetta Genomics discovers, develops, and commercializes next-generation diagnostic tests for personalized medicine. Rosetta Genomics is a CAP-accredited, CLIA-certified laboratory providing microRNA-based cancer diagnostics service for healthcare providers and their patients. Pipeline: lung cancer, bladder cancer risk, endometrial cancer stratification, Alzheimer's disease early detection. Synthetic bones and joints. Bonus Bio Group is a biotechnology company applying a proprietary technology to generate viable tissue regenerating bone grafts. The company aims to become a world leader in the field of tissue engineering and live bone transplantation. In December 2016, performed first successful lab-grown bone transplant. Wait a minute. The company aims. This email is from 2017. Right? Am I tripping? Look at this. 2017. So maybe this is something that already happening in Israel. So maybe this is like meeting updates, or like the meeting already happened and then Epstein's getting the info from the conference or whatever they did. Yeah, I have no idea. But based on what that said, 2016, I'm guessing something like that is the case. Where are we? Synthetic bones. Yeah. December 2016, performed first. The company aims to become a world leader in the field of tissue engineering and live bone transplantation. In December 26. Okay, so it sounds like, talking in the past tense, they already performed the lab-grown bone transplant. 3D printing of stem cells. More Nano. Founded in 2012, the startup has created a worldwide name for itself. In addition to manufacturing PCBs, printed circuit boards, which connect electronic devices through conductive tracks, Nano Dimension's breakthrough has been to discover how to print stem cells at high resolutions and high volumes. Print stem cells. You know, I saw a video where they were talking about cloning in the Epstein files, and I just disregarded it because I don't know, like, they've talked about cloning for over 30 years. I just, I don't know. But they're printing stem cells. Maybe schizophrenia. ELISA, see below. Neurogenic is a company that researches and develops diagnostics and therapeutics for mental disorders. Over the past 20 years, Neurogenic has collaborated with Professor Meyer Schnitsky of the Weizmann Institute and his research team to develop a sensitive and specific blood test developed for the diagnostic of schizophrenia in children with behavioral disorders. I imagine anyone who argues with the narrative has a behavioral disorder. The research and the story behind discovery and diagnostics, the PhD thesis written by Michael Deckman and under the supervision of Professor Schnitsky, dealt with isolation of the dopamine receptor. Yeah, I bet it did. Antibodies against the receptor were used to induce unexpected behavioral deviations in mice, which thereby supported the possibility that schizophrenia is one of the outcomes of an autoimmune reaction against the brain's dopamine receptor. That's interesting. These antibodies were then shown to originate in the periphery as autoantibodies against the blood, platelets, which can also react with the dopamine receptor in the brain. Screenings of such antibodies on isolated platelets taken from control subjects in schizophrenic patients indeed substantiated this possibility. An autoimmune etiology of schizophrenia, which underlies neurogenics diagnostic approach, implies that this disease can be treated with immune suppressants. A case report in which this possibility was tested indicated a surprisingly effective therapeutic result of such a treatment. Furthermore, the neuroleptic effects of the common drugs subscribed for schizophrenia can in part be related to their immune suppression. The current state of their blood test, a simple ELISA test which can identify schizophrenia, is now available. The test is mostly applicable to predisposed young subjects with behavioral problems. The test is specific to schizophrenia and can categorize other mental disorders. You know what I think is a mental disorder? Allowing pedophiles to run the fucking world. I think that's a mental disorder. That's what I think. Neuropsych monitoring. Not that great. Brain mark. I think all this is not that great at all. Many years of multidisciplinary research stand behind Brain Mark's novel and robust neuropsychological indices, which are derived from brief single-channel EEG samples. BrainMark has developed two products based on its platform technology: the Brain Engagement Monitor to measure performance parameters and the Comfort Monitor to measure effect parameters. Their biomarkers are designed for neuropsychological syndromes such as ADHD, migraine, depression, and rehabilitation, but can also be utilized for commercial applications such as measuring media engagement. Measuring media engagement. What? Their biomarkers are designed for neuropsychological syndromes such as ADHD, migraine, depression, rehabilitation, but can also be utilized for commercial applications such as measuring media engagement. They're a bunch of fucking homos, man. Unbelievable. And that's not a sexual comment, all right? People just taking words and redefining words. They're all retarded faggot pedophiles. And it's not a sexual word. They're just assholes. They need to be tried for their crimes and held accountable. And I don't know how that's possible because all the police are corrupt. Brain training, hard to use. Intendu helps people with brain impairments to train their cognitive skills at home. Their active brain trainer console helps practice thinking, memory, and attention skills using real-life interactive scenarios. Well, here's a real-life interactive scenario. They're all fucking pedophiles. The FBI has been covering up a pedophile ring globally for decades. That's a real-life interactive scenario. It does sound hard to use. More movement detection, but with AI. Somatics, an end-to-end platform enabling body motion detection, analysis, and management, is based on the realization that precision tracking of body motion and specifically hand gestures is the key to determining, sorting through, and comprehending lifestyle indicators that can impact a person's physical and emotional states. Body language. It allows organizations to remotely maintain continuous bi-directional contact with those under their care, monitoring, filtering, and examining massive volumes of motion data in real time, utilizing sensors built into a range of wearables, including smartwatches, smartbands, and other connected Internet of Things. Woo! We found it. The IoT, the Internet of All Gay Things devices. The Somatics platform can determine how many times a day smokers raise their hands up. Oh, shit. They got me. Smokers raise their hands up to their mouths, detect elderly people abandoning much-needed walks, and much more. Oh, much more. Much. There's too muches in there, guys. There's too much. There's too much more. Fucking unreal. It employs cloud. It employs cloud-based adaptive algorithms. JFK, right? Or RFK Jr., sorry. RFK said he wants everyone to wear a wearable right after he's going to get rid of all the chemtrails. Uh-huh. It employs cloud-based adaptive algorithms, big data. Big data again, analytics and behavior modification. And behavior modification driven machine learning to ultimately produce actionable alerts and insights on psychological and even emotional states and deliver real-time incentives for health and well-being enhancement via range of somatics digital health solutions. Guys, I know it said wearables in there. I don't know if it said not wearables. I should probably read that paragraph again. I don't give a shit. They don't need wearables. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you they have the technology. But just out of curiosity, did they say that they don't need wearables? Utilizing sensors built into a range of wearables, including smartwatches, smartbands, and other connected to IoT devices. Yeah, I'm guessing the other's the nanotech. But what do I know? Because people tell me that I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist who's paranoid and has mental health issues, right? Because, just reading here, guys. 8 non-life science companies. Battery tech. StoreDot. Materials science startup. StoreDot is developing ultra-fast charging battery technology. The company spun out of Tel Aviv University research into Alzheimer's disease has created a smartphone battery that can be charged in 1 minute. In August 2015, there's that year again, it raised a further $18 million from the likes of Samsung Ventures and Singular Team. It's so fucking dumb. Its aim to build an electric vehicle battery that can charge in just 5 minutes, thus solving the problem of cars with limited range by adding organic compounds to traditional lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion. Lithium. Where'd that Malaysia plane go? And what's going on in the Carolinas, right? That wasn't a man-made storm to rape resources, right? They didn't do that in a few other places for lithium, I'm sure. StoreDot has created a charging system that can fully refuel a smartphone in minutes. By all accounts, the technology works. The only obstacle to rolling it out is adoption, right, guys? Because we all just have to adopt the technology. And the Dow, for that matter, because the Dow Jones Industrial is way more important than holding pedophiles accountable, guys. This is all about market share, obviously. The system requires a new kind of changing port and non-standard charger. So the only shot StoreDot has is partnering with an OEM. Oh man, I feel like I should know all these acronyms. Been a while. Real-time air quality tracking, breezometer, hyperlocal air quality data available globally. Just chemtrails 24/7. We don't need to track it. We can see it. Real-time water data. BrightTap, a smart water meter for tracking real-time water usage and quality. Know how much you're using, how much you're spending, and its quality score. The device fits onto faucets, pipes, or hoses to display water use parameters in real time to increase awareness, and connects to data website and app to help users analyze results and potential savings on fluoride. No electricity desalination. All these words. Struggle bus. TSD. Fucking Tethys Solar. I don't like the name of this company. TSD is fine with me. Desalination and water treatment plant is based on a technological breakthrough which enables the construction of low-cost, modular, and scalable desalination. I'm gonna have to look that word up. And water treatment plants powered directly by solar energy. Stop blocking out the sun. No electricity is involved in the desalination process. Tethys' unique design and reliance on solar energy eliminates most infrastructural and energy costs, as well as the environmental concerns associated with the desalination process. Its modular framework enables quick assembly and expansion according to clients' needs. The scale of our product can range anywhere from autonomous village or hotel supply unit of 50 M3 a day to 10,000 M3 a day. Sustainable packaging. TIPA. The vision behind TIPA was to resolve the challenge of creating sustainable, flexible packaging by creating advanced bioplastics materials. What? Because we need plastics in our bodies, is that advanced bioplastics? We envision packaging that can be returned back to nature after it is used, just like an orange peel becomes part of the food waste stream. Well, I don't know, because they say that, you can like detect the Bluetooth in dead people. Dead people are still sending signals after they die and they're buried in the ground. So I think that company needs to do a better job. It feels like we should take an intermission. We're on page 8. We're almost there. Take a break. I wish I had some music to play for you guys. It's a lot of reading. I appreciate your patience. A lot of talking. Is anyone else tired of hearing me talking? We'll get there. We're getting there. We're getting through it. I'm gonna roll a cigarette. Hope you guys are researching and just fucking pounding away at the keyboard and looking up all the other Epstein files and making connections and dotting our way through this, because I'm sick of the people in power who are making all these decisions with all this technology for all the people who didn't consent to any of it, right? This is my intermission rant, and it's such a fucking head fuck, right? It's like it was the Twilight Zone around the COVID time, because now we're all just gonna wear masks and you can't go to anyone's funeral, and you're having a baby, you can't even go to the fucking hospital room. Like they really try to do a number on the just humanity, right? Having compassion for people, caring about people. And now today, years later, right? I mean, totally desensitized the shit out of everyone with the conditioning and the nanotech and the mass psychosis, brainwashing, who the fuck knows. And now it's been just openly revealed by, the most quote unquote credible information source, which, But anyway, the government, by its own admission, has a corrupt FBI and DOJ. Anyway, I guess we'll continue through this cutting edge email to Jeffrey Epstein in 2017. Cutting edge technology from a little over 5 years ago. Liquid metal 3D printing, XJet, is the world's first direct 3D metal and ceramic jetting system. Massive shipping data. Freightos. Like ocean traffic data, pricing the trillion-dollar freight industry has long been opaque. Most quotes are still generated manually, and turnaround can take several days. It is still a remarkably analog process for 2017. Freightos generates quotes instantly in a way that would be familiar to anyone who has shopped for airplane tickets online. The company also offers an enterprise-grade dashboard for managing shipping costs, tariffs, and invoices. Founded in 2012, based in Jerusalem, Freightos got started with almost $2 million raised from Our Crowd, a crowdfunding site for accredited investors. This doesn't sound sketchy or shady at all. This sounds totally normal. Shipping Israel, Jerusalem. Is Jerusalem part of Israel? Rothschild Foundation? Is that? Since then, it has raised millions more from venture capital firms. It has used the funding to drive international growth and to acquire a Spanish competitor. WebCargoNet. Last August. Yeah, because they're probably not still shipping kids around the world in containers, right? Because all the people who have been implicated have already been held accountable, right? They're definitely not continuing this operation, especially not with all the technology we're reading about, obviously. And if you think they are, you're probably a conspiracy theorist, right? You probably have mental health issues. You might be schizophrenic. If you question what the corrupt government is doing logically, then you are obviously clinically insane. There's no other conclusion, right? Ocean traffic, windward. Around 10 billion tons of goods are transported by sea every year. But by the standards of modern data, the oceans remained a black box until recently. Data was fragmented, with hundreds of agencies and corporations around the world storing their own tiny slivers of the overall picture. Windward is changing this. Based in Tel Aviv, Windward compiles global data on ocean traffic and organizes and analyzes it. Its clients include government security agencies combating smuggling and investment firms studying commodity flows. Founded in 2010, Windward has raised $16 million in fundraising rounds led by LF and Horizons Ventures. Laka Shing recommendation. What? Education companies. Same class sharing. A mobile app, Class ME, that enables real-time social communication, learning and sharing with students in the same class. This includes all classroom learning, from homework assignment sharing and preparation to studying for tests, and even consulting with their teacher. ClassMe helps them organize their assignments and prepare for them in a timely manner. The app encourages children to complete assignments by giving them a safe place to ask and answer questions. So I would view that as just they want everyone using the technology. Like, they want everyone just glued into the tech. If you recall, Steve Jobs, his intent with the iPhone was to get the consumer to have a personal relationship with the phone. He wanted the individual using the iPhone to develop emotions, right? He wanted an emotional response from the user, right, with the phone. That was his intended design, okay? And I think if we look a little closer, the reason that they want everyone using the technology is so that they can brainwash everyone. The technology emits a hypnotic, wave. And from there, you got everything. You have misinformation, disinformation, teaching people how to think, teaching people how to talk, teaching people what language to use, the whole thing. I don't need to tell you guys, you know all this. STEM, Brixo, empowers the next generation of scientists, engineers, innovators, and makers with a suite of interactive electricity conducting blocks to create fun, engaging, and experimental STEM teaching aids. By combining building blocks and technology, Brixo brings models to life, creating meaningful scientific teaching and learning experiences for students of all ages. Brixo's Bluetooth-enabled electric bricks are the next generation of building blocks. This is a pedophile's fucking emails. And they're talking about technology and education in your kids. STEM Globusens. LabDisc solution is an easy-to-use handheld mobile science laboratory, the only solution for K-12 school science with up to 15 wireless sensors built into a single compact device, revolutionizing science in terms of convenience, cost, and profitability. Portability, not profitability. Portability. Teacher-created games. TinyTap is a social platform which empowers families, teachers, and students to learn from each other by creating their own personalized learning apps and playing thousands of new ones shared daily by a worldwide community of educators and learners worldwide. I think we should screenshot this and put it over on TinyTap, right? You know, I'm sure they'd be interested to know that their app is being discussed by some of the most credible people in the world who have just been outed for trafficking kids, right? Gamification of coding. CodeMonkey is a game-based learning platform that teaches students 8 years and older computer programming. CodeMonkey is scalable to all levels and provides educators with training and management tools. In the game, students help a monkey collect bananas by writing text-based code in a real programming language. CodeMonkey has introduced computer science to millions worldwide. Yep, sounds about right. Special Needs Neurotech Solutions is a leader in the area of attentional profiling and analytics, ADH specifically. Axon School is a proprietary, cloud-based, scientifically powered attentional engine intended for K-12 school students, creating a new language for improved communication around the student's attentional world. They just sound like a bunch of groomers to me. Student feedback, like a grad student TA, hard to use. Sense is an AI product that provides personalized educational feedback on students' open-ended assignments. Sense's unique unsupervised machine learning technology detects partial similarities in student submissions and breaks them down into tunable number of groups. If you made it through the whole thing, I mean, good for you. That was painful. That was painful for me, but it's more important to go through the pain and get this information out there because, guys, technology, right? I mean, does anyone think this is normal right now? Like, was it normal for you when everybody had to be 6 feet apart and, like, couldn't go places, to weddings or funerals or do things that should basically just be, God-given? I mean, did everyone just buy the narrative that was prescribed from the government about what they told us? And that was years and years and years ago. That was like over half a decade ago now. So much time has passed, but it's been this fog trance, everyone's not paying attention. Are we paying attention yet? Oh, can you hear me now?